Students, in the last video, we have seen the first application of Laplace transform, that is to find the solution of linear differential equation with constant coefficient. But it is involving only one linear differential equation. Now we are going to see the second application of Laplace transform, and it is dealing with the solution of simultaneous linear differential equations with constant coefficient. So whatever the procedure for solution of single linear differential equation is there, the same procedure we are going to apply for the given two different linear differential equations, and then using the method of solution of simultaneous linear equations which you have studied in standard 7, we are going to apply to find x bar and y bar, and then inverse LT to find x of t and y of t. So surely here there will be two dependent variables x and y and one independent variable t. Again, for this application also you require the same result, that is the Laplace transform of derivatives, first order, second order and third order. The first example, by Laplace transform method, solve the following simultaneous linear equations: dx by dt minus y equal to e raised to t. This equation is involving x dash, y and one function of t on RHS. Second equation is given as dy by dt plus x equal to sin t. So here y dash is involved and x is involved and one function of t. For two equations we are given two different conditions: x of 0 equal to 1 and y of 0 equal to 0. So applying the same procedure as in case of first application, we get the solution here. First you have to consider L of y equal to y bar and L of x equal to x bar. Consider the first or second equation. Here I have considered the second equation. Write it in dash notation. Then take Laplace transform on both the sides. Apply linearity property of Laplace transform, and then apply L of y dash, L of sin t results, and write L of x as x bar as we have considered in the very first step of this solution. Now using the condition y of 0 equal to 0, we get sy bar plus x bar equal to 1 upon s square plus 1. Now see here, LHS is containing two unknowns x bar and y bar, and RHS is function of s. Now as we know that to find two unknowns we should have at least two equations, two simultaneous linear equations in these two unknowns. Now our aim is to find another equation in these two unknowns, and for this you have to consider the remaining differential equation. So considering the remaining differential equation which is involving x dash, we get the second equation in x bar and y bar. The procedure is again same. Take LT on both the sides, apply linearity property of Laplace transform, and then use the results for first order derivative and e raised to t. So applying the required results, we get this step. Here x of 0 is not 0, instead it is 1. So using this value we get s x bar minus 1 minus y bar equal to 1 upon s minus 1. We should have only the unknowns on LHS and all the remaining terms on RHS. So we have to move this minus 1 to RHS so that we will have LHS containing only x bar and y bar. So with this we get the next step as Sx bar minus 1 minus y bar equal to 1 upon s minus 1. Shifting minus 1 on RHS and simplifying the RHS with cross multiplication, we get the RHS as s upon s minus 1. So this is the first equation and this is the second equation in two unknowns x bar and y bar. Now here we have to eliminate any one of the unknowns to find the value of another unknown. So solving equations 1 and 2 simultaneously, we get this step. See what I have done here. Here sy bar is present in first equation and in second equation only minus y bar is present. So if we multiply second equation by s and if we add this newly obtained equation with this equation 1, you can be easily able to eliminate the variable y bar or the unknown y bar. So on simplification you will get these two terms eliminated. And the same procedure obviously you have to apply to RHS. This method of solving the simultaneous equation you have studied in 7th standard. Now LHS is having only one unknown x bar and you have to simplify RHS by cross multiplication. So this is your simplified RHS. In LHS you can take x bar common. So you will get 1 plus s square into x bar and RHS is as it is in the previous step. From this you can write x bar equal to s raised to 4 plus s square plus s minus 1 upon s minus 1 into s square plus 1 bracket square. Now see here, degree of numerator is 4 and degree of denominator is 5. So you can apply partial fraction method to find inverse LT of this x bar. So applying inverse LT on both the sides, we get L inverse of x bar equal to L inverse of the complete RHS. Apply partial fraction method on RHS. So for this you have to write it as a sum of partial fraction. Here only one factor is linear and not repeated and the second is quadratic and repeated. So for not repeated linear factor, this is the partial fraction. For repeated linear factor, this is the first step and this is the second partial fraction. So the degree of denominator of LHS and the number of constants involved in the numerators of RHS equal to 5 and hence we are on the correct track. Now our aim is to find the values of these 5 unknowns A, B, C, D and E, and for that you require the LCM of RHS. Then equating the numerators, we can write this expression in S, which is having the 5 constants on RHS. Now for different 5 values of S, you can find the values of these 5 unknowns. Here the first factor is linear and not repeated, and to find the value of A you can put S equal to 1. So with S equal to 1 in equation 4 you will get value of A as 1 by 2. Now to find the values of the constants B, C, D and E, you have to use any other 4 different values other than this 1. So we are going to use S equal to 0, S equal to minus 1, minus 2 and 2. So for S equal to 0, we get this expression. Here it is containing the two unknowns C and E out of the four unknowns, and here we have used the value of A as 1 by 2. Simplifying this, we get the equation in C and E as C plus E equal to 3 by 2. This is your fifth equation in this solution. So this is simultaneous linear equation where only two unknowns are present, means the coefficients of remaining two unknowns B and D are 0. As we are having here four unknowns, so we should have at least four different equations, four different simultaneous linear equations in these four unknowns to get the values of these four unknowns. Now we will put one more value of S. With S equal to minus 1, you will get one more linear equation involving these four constants. We call this equation as equation number 6. So we have got two equations till now. With next value of S as plus 2, we will get one more equation. This is equation number 7. Still we require one more equation containing four unknowns. So for S equal to minus 2, you will get the next equation. Simplifying this, you will get the equation number 8. Now you may observe here equation number 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are nothing but the four simultaneous linear equations in four unknowns B, C, D and E. So you have to solve these equations simultaneously and you will get the values of these unknowns as B equal to 1 by 2, C equal to 1 by 2, D equal to 0 and E equal to 1. Already you have got value of first constant A as 1 by 2. So now you are having the values of all the five unknowns. So using method of partial fraction, you can write L inverse of x bar equal to L inverse of 1 by 2 into bracket 1 upon s minus 1, s by 2 plus 1 by 2 upon s square plus 1 and 1 upon s square plus 1 bracket square. So using linearity property of inverse LT and writing L inverse of x bar as x of t, we will get the results for first, second and third term inverse LT results. Still we have to apply one method to find L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 1 bracket square. So here you can apply convolution theorem method to find this last inverse LT. 1 upon s square plus 1 bracket square will be your f bar of s. You have to write it as a product of f1 bar and f2 bar. Then find their inverse LT. Surely you will get f1 and f2 same as sin u. Apply convolution theorem. After appropriate integrations, you will get the answer as 1 by 4 into bracket sin t plus sin t minus 1 by 2 cos t into bracket t minus 0 with upper and lower limit substitution. Simplifying this, you will get 1 by 2 sin t minus 1 by 2 t cos t. Now you have to use this 10th result in 9th result so as to get the complete result for x of t. With 1 by 2 sin t plus 1 by 2 sin t, we can write only sin t. So this is your first solution, that is for x of t function. Now you have to find one more function, that is y of t, which is your second solution for the given set of differential equations. For this, we are going to use any one of the given differential equations. We are having x of t, so we can find its derivative, that is, we can find dx by dt, and this result number 11 is your dx by dt result. From equation 1, we are having dx by dt minus y equal to e raised to t. Now in this equation, put dx by dt from result number 11 and simplify to get y. So collect all the terms containing t on one side of the equation and y on another side of the equation. So here y equal to minus 1 by 2 e raised to t plus 1 by 2 cos t minus 1 by 2 sin t plus t by 2 sin t. You can take here 1 by 2 common, as all the terms are having 1 by 2 multiplier. So this is your function y of t. Already you have obtained x of t. So from this you can write the solution of the given simultaneous differential equations is x of t equal to 1 by 2 e raised to t plus 1 by 2 cos t plus sin t minus t by 2 cos t. And another solution for y of t equal to 1 by 2 into bracket cos t minus sin t plus t sin t minus e raised to t. So now the solution is completed. So you may observe here that such type of system or set of differential equations can be solved easily using the Laplace transform method. But for this, you should have the correct and perfect knowledge of the different methods to find inverse Laplace transform, specifically the method of partial fraction and the use of convolution theorem method. Since these solutions are lengthy one, so you need full concentration and higher level of patience to complete the solutions. If you will make a very good written practice of such type of examples, then you will get out of out marks allotted for such type of examples. So thank you for listening patiently. Have a nice day.